Hello, in this video I'm going to go over my continuation in part 2 of the Psijic Order skill line that I covered in a previous video. If you did not see part 1, I will link that video in the description. I'm also going to link my add-ons playlist in case you are interested in add-ons. I'm going to be using a lot of add-ons in this video, namely the Votan's mini map as well as the map pins add-on that puts everything on the map for you that you've not discovered. Also, I am running around and power leveling some skills and some skill lines that I don't normally use on characters, so I'm getting some XP on some things so that I can get some versatility on my characters. Now that we have XP on both bars, you can level 10 items or 10 skills at once and 2 ultimates at once, and that'll give you the ability to level a lot of different skill lines. I'm going to be running around revealing areas that I've not been into, wayshrines, things like that. So also picking up sky shards. So it's a really good idea to slot some stuff for this because you don't really need a whole lot of damaging skills for this activity. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover the entire skill line capture in terms of getting to level 10, but I do want to give kind of a good overview of how to do this. Another tip before I get going here, if you go into your quest items here and come down to your Psijic map, you can slot this to your wheel like that. And so you don't have to go in your inventory. You can just pull it up like that and look at it. And it makes it a lot faster to just double check the map to where it's supposed to be. But just to show you what this looks like with the map pins add-on, as you can see, it puts the time rift on the map for you. It's kind of a scrambled looking image here, but basically that'll tell you right where to go. So you can just put your marker on that spot, and then you just need to run right over to the time rift here. And that's what makes this new features, makes this so easy to do now. You can just pretty much run right to the stuff and pick up the time breach. Should probably say that right. It's the time breaches. So that's the first one. Then there's another one. Where was that other one? Down in the water. Okay, so down in the water right here. We're going to go to the next one. Again, if you don't like long videos, I'm going to put chapters in this video in case you don't want to watch the entire thing. But I am going to show you exactly where all these are in Summerset just to give you an idea of how easy it is to do the Psijic Order skill line. If you've not gotten the Psijic Order on any of your characters before, it is really, really helpful to use on tanking because you can obtain minor protection at all times by slotting the Temporal Guard passive, or excuse me, the Temporal Guard ultimate, and you get that minor protection passively. It also can give you a really good snare removal skill that also gives you major expedition. That skill is called Race Against Time. The base morph is called Accelerate. And then you also get some really good passives for tanking. If you block while you have a Psijic Order skill slotted, then you can obtain a shield. So we're going to run down here to this time breach here, just like that. That one's a little bit farther away, so I'm going to just jump to the house here and speed that up. And so we're just going to run outside. And run down to the next time breach. So as you can see, it's really easy to mark this around. Probably going to go a little bit faster if you group with somebody and do this as a team, because then you'll be able to just travel to each other and speed up the traveling around process. But this one is actually up here. I remember where this one is, up on this little area. So the next one is way down south, down here. And I don't have anything near that Wayshrine, so I'm going to have to jump to this one here. So I'm going to port to my fast travel Wayshrine. If you don't know what I just did there, that's the House Hotkey add-on. Again, I've done a video on that. Check out my playlist that I put in the description. That'll explain to you how I just did that really quickly. That's going to enable me to just be right outside this house and jump to a Wayshrine really quickly for free, and then I can just port over here that quickly, speed up running around. It speeds up a lot of time that way. So we're going to go into here and we're going to grab this time rift, and then we're going to go to this one and then the one that's over here. So first off, we're going to go south. And if you've never been to these areas with your character, you'll get the discovery for the XP, just like that. And there's a switch in the mini map that is really helpful, that you can turn the mini map on and off if you get into combat. That can tell you when you have combat triggered. So we'll just mark the next time rift there. Get on the horse and get out of the zoo. Really important just to stay on your mount as much as you can and run past things. That way you don't get prevented from getting back on your horse, or your mount, I should say. So the other thing is when you're running by stuff that you've not discovered, such as this geyser, make sure you get close enough to where you can obtain the XP from that. So if you're power leveling stuff like I am on either bar, you can get a lot of XP on your stuff that way. Also, if you're trying to level a specific skill line, if you slot multiple things from the same skill line, then that will speed up the process of leveling that skill line as well. So I'm just going to get onto that time breach there. And while that's going on, we're going to mark this time breach here. So when I come over here, I'm going to reveal this Wayshrine and that geyser. I'm probably going to just turn around and go up this way and grab that Wayshrine as well. So we'll just take the northern route here. And this is the helpful part of having the mini map. I don't have to actually pay attention too much to where I'm running. I can just kind of check with my eyes over to the left-hand side of the screen and make sure that I'm running towards the Wayshrine that I want to get revealed. This will help a lot for your characters that you're needing to get some XP on a lot of different skill lines, as well as making it so they can run around and do things a little bit more freely. Especially if you're on a newer character, you can do this and get a lot of XP if you're developing a character that's not even in CP yet. So we are going to travel on down, get this striking locale and reveal that. And we've got to follow along the terrain here. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a terrain issue here. And now we're going to run over and grab this Wayshrine so that we have this travel point. And another really quick thing you can reveal is to run up and go up to the doorway of the public dungeon here. Discovering that will also get you some more XP. If you've got XP pots while you're doing this, it's another great way to get XP while you're traveling around. I'm getting about 3,200 XP for just revealing stuff. So if you've got like a 150 XP pot, that'll be roughly in the 7,000 range, which is quite a lot of XP just for revealing something. So now I'm going to get on my mount. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to reveal this geyser over here. Just like that. And then I'm going to port out to and then spot check where I need to go for my next time breaches. So I've got 3 more breaches to do. I'm going to go to this shimmering Wayshrine here and we'll see where we need to go for the last 3. All right, so there's a time rift here, here, and here. So I'm going to go down and then up. So we're going to go south. It's marked. Just need to run to my marker then. That's how quick it is. So we're just going to run around this way, grab this time breach, and then I'll mark the other one while he's grabbing that. So this will be time breach number 8, and then we've got 1 more to go after that for the entire Summerset portion of the quest. This will actually give us the skill line when we complete this portion of the quest, and then you can just continue on by getting more breach missions. I really highly recommend getting the map pins add-on. You don't need to download a specific Psijic breach one. Map pins will put it on your map. I am going to show just a really quick recommendation. If you're having trouble getting the pins on your map, I will show you exactly what you need to do to make sure that they do show up, because I know they can be a little bit of a tricky situation to be on there. I'll do that towards the end of the video here. Let's get out of the water. And there's a forge over here for crafting stuff. The Adept Rider, that's one of the sets I'm actually wearing right now. That's a really good set for crafter builds or just running around. It gives you major expedition at all times. I'm going to run up this hill here and grab the last time breach for Summerset. And this one you have to actually go up on inside this area because the breach is actually inside and on the bridge. Across the bridge, I'm sorry. And into this area. There it is. All right, so now we've got that pulled in. So this is going to tell us to go back to our TAM to turn in the quest. So I'm just going to, again, port to my Wayshrine really quickly. And then this is going to tell us to go turn in the quest, and this is going to be the quest completion for the first portion, and it's going to give us the skill line for the Psijic Order. So we're going to just port back to Artaeum. And once you get this portion going, it's really easy to just continue on and finish the Psijic Order. It usually takes a couple of hours to do the whole skill line, so I'm probably not going to do any more skill line quests in here in this video because it would be a really, really long video. But basically, every time you come in here, you either need to go left or right into these little tunnels here like this to finalize your mission, and they're going to give you another area to go into. So now we have to go talk to Joseja. And she's actually going to finalize the quest for us. Just like this, and there you go, the skill line is obtained. And so then she is the one you want to talk to again to pick up the next mission. I'll just give you a preview of what that looks like. But if you're going to continue on like this, what I recommend is as soon as you get that mission, go into your inventory and look at that map again. It's a new map, so you're going to have to slot it again. So what this skill line is going to do, this is Iliac Bay. So this is not just one zone. If you can see up in on the left-hand side, that is Glenumbra. Then you're going to need to go to Stormhaven for the middle three that's in the top right-hand section there. And then you're going to need to go to the Alik'r Desert for the final three. They're also going to give you another mission for the Ebonheart Pact, as well as the Daggerfall, or excuse me, the Aldemary Dominion, and then also one that goes to Craglorn. You'll get one that goes to Rivenspire on its own. So just pay attention. This is not one zone. This is 3 different zones that you need to go to. So, for example, the portion of the map that you're looking at is right here. So it's telling you to go to Glenumbra, to Stormhaven, and then to Alik'r. So I recommend you make sure you get the map pins add-on, and let me show you how you get those breaches on. You want to go just hit your map button here and hit your options button for PlayStation. That's the triangle button. And you're going to want to shift over to the filters tab. And you're going to want to make sure that you come down here and make sure that time rifts are selected. And then you might want to just make sure that you reload UI after you put that on there, just so that the map actually loads where you need to go. So to show you where these are in Glenumbra, as you can see, there's Time Rift 1. If you check the map really quickly and you slot it just like before, just remember every time you get a new mission, it's a new map. It's not the same map. So you've got one really high up, and then you've got another one that is down close to the Daggerfall overlook and right there. So again, if you didn't see my first video on this, I would recommend watching that. You can use home tours to jump to this house right here and then run right outside and grab that. That's a really good way of traveling around. You can also jump to a house like this. If you own a house, you can just jump to the outside and then run up here and grab stuff. That makes it really fast. Otherwise, use the house hotkey add-on. Again, check out my playlist. I've done a lot of add-on overviews. There's a lot of really useful add-ons in this game that are really going to make things faster and speed things up. I am going to end the video here because I think I've kind of given a good enough explanation on how to do this skill line all the way to the finish. Just make sure when you turn in your quest, you pick up the very next one and you start and you keep going all the way through to the end. It doesn't take that long to do with these add-ons now. It's a lot easier to finish everything if you just keep going on one character and finalize it, and then you'll kind of memorize how to do things for the next character if that's something you want to do. But I am going to end the video here. If you thought this video was helpful or interesting, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. I have a large library of videos on the Elder Scrolls Online. I have them all organized by created playlists, so you can go onto my YouTube channel, go down to the created playlists, and check out all the videos I have for specific subjects. I have tanking videos, DPS videos, companion videos, add-on videos, general guides, all kinds of different things. Check it out, see if there's anything there that would be helpful or interesting. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.